I got a very, very positive comment. A lot of positive comments, actually. A lot of people have been DMing me that they really, really appreciate the positive attitudes that we bring in the game and that we try to advocate for non-surrender, no dodging, and all of that. So I've been also linked a Reddit post accompanying that. With all the talks about the FF culture recently, may I present you a quick preview of D1 game from last night where my top lane Fiora went 0-21. That's gonna be me later when we play Fiora. And then I'm gonna get coached by Potent and I'm gonna go 21-0. Into our Necton. 0-21. That's actually a real score. I thought it was like a meme because he added the 7. Enemy team also had a really solid Smolder scaling. To be fair, Smolders in the current meta are just, they're like 50-50. They either know how to play and build and they're good, or they're completely useless no matter how many stacks they got. To some that may seem like a guaranteed loss of my team is I thought differently. Okay, this might be very, very interesting. So let's,
you're 0-5. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. 0-6 building Dirk, by the way. This is gonna be a rough game. Like, this is gonna be a brutal game. They mega outscale with Smolder Asol, and their early game champ Renekton is 6-0.
Okay.
If the bounds are available soon, fuck, they better be.
Okay, big money.
Okay, Lucian got 2 1K.
Bro, how many shutdowns they're getting?
Game to play.
Okay, so let me tell, like, what the fuck? Okay, so what elo is this? What elo? This is like lower on the lower spectrum, right? D1, it's not even. Okay, that's even better for the point that we're trying to make. And this is a Diamond 1 game, and this is how Diamond 1 players play when they have a giga scaling comp and they have free win. What do they do? What do they do? They're losing to 0-15 Fiora. Why? Because they cannot play the game. I mean, first of all, one problem here is Fiora shouldn't be 0-15. If Fiora loses as horribly as possible, she should be like 0-10. 0-9, 0-8. The fact that she's 0-15 means these guys are overly focusing on her, which means she's not worth anything and still siphoning pressure. Okay, second thing, they're super scaling and winning the game. Why are they playing so aggressively? They're trolling the game. They even have dragons. So, like, enemies aren't focusing on Baron. They're not focusing on stacking dragons. They're just chasing kills around like monkeys. And this is why the bounty system is good. And I'm an advocate for bounty system, even though I regard it as a suboptimal, hard-coded solution to fix the game and balance the scales. That being said, it's still a good thing because it punishes players who don't know how to play the game. Exactly like this. They should be worth 1,000 because they don't know how to play the game. And that 1,000 is going to teach them, like, in a very, very obvious way, like, hey, you're worth 1,000. Enemy's worth 200. That's 5-to-1 ratio in terms of what you're making. So your chance of killing the enemy has to be over 80% for that play to make sense as you, as a player. Let's move on. That's why enemies are getting punished, and that's good. Good.
Thank you.
It's a perfect lesson. And D1, keep in mind, that's 99 percentile of the game. So 99.9% of the games that I tell you guys are winnable. 99.9% games are winnable.
We're one off Soul. Wait, I can do work. I can do work.
Enemies are still flipping. They're godlike. They're still going in. They're chasing. The Baron is up. They're fighting for no reason. They're going deep. Boom. 1K pop.
We can steal this.
Achoo.
Holy fuck, it's winnable.
He stole it. He actually stole it. Wait, let me just change the audio a little bit here. They actually stole it. Another 1K. Nice. At this game, the game is 50-50.
It's his job.
At this point, it's 50-50. If you're a scale, they have sideline pressure.
Look at Dragon Stiff. Rumble's not in the pit.
He stole it again.
Wait, the Rumble's win trading.
This is GG. They won. They have split push. They got Baron.
We actually win. We actually win. We actually win. We actually win.
Please tell me they win this game. Please. Okay, so please tell me they win this game, because if they don't, it's gonna be like one of those arguments. This is why you should FF to not waste time. You know, even though they got the game to a point where they have higher chance to win. So I'll please play it right and just end the game, please.
Wait,
please.
Check PayPal. What the fuck is that? No, Fiora, you need to live. Okay.
Please just end the game.
We have
2 inhibs, right? This is free.
Oh, 20 power spike. Oh shit.
Oh, 20.
Well, what if we win this game? I kill Smolder here.
Oh, blow him up.
Bye.
001 died. That's GG.
Oh my god.
They can't throw this.
Smolder.
They can't lose this.
Oh fuck.
Good Zonias, honestly. Buying time.
We lost.
They didn't lose. I understand this.
We won. We won. End the game. End the game.
I understand the sentiment very much. Like, we lost because you're conditioned by playing such a difficult game that you're conditioned that even just one death is going to lead to a loss, even though you're at the doorstep of enemies. But yeah, I understand that sentiment. It's definitely not lost there, but I feel it. There's so much stress trying to win a game like this. But these are...
End the game, end the game, end the game.
These are the best games to win. These are the best games to win, by far. Crazy. Good.
She goes GG 82 jungle sub mid gap. Oh my god.
Fiora 1v9.
Hey, fuck it. Stay cool, Fiora.
Fiora 1v9. Oh, I'm sad that there was like a message. I won 3 games in a row like this yesterday. Yeah, I'm sad there's no like a message at the end, but he did post this on Reddit. Let's see the comments. You can see this is just Diamond and not Challenger because no way is 0-20 Challenger Fiora. Would have let you carry her. That's true. If Fiora was Master, she wouldn't let them carry it. She would go AFK and be useless on the map. But because he's a Diamond and has less ego, he continues split pushing. That's true. That's so fucking true. When games like this, the feeling that cannot be replay of anime. Yo! Like, what the hell? CEO of Baron Steals. Entire Reddit, man! Entire Reddit is posting about this. I was expecting a lot of anti-comments.
So why is my...
I was expecting a lot of cringe comments that are like, well, actually, you wasted so much time. It is like a 1 in a 10 billion probability. It's actually more likely that a life will arise on a single planet. You know? Like, shut the fuck up. This is actually what the game is all about, man. And the tide is turning. The tide is actually turning. It's insane. This is a great sign. I think the obscurity of bounties and gold value having split with Fiora, who's worth nothing, takes super fit ranked away from the fight, makes it really hard to understand just how much of a chance team had to make a comeback. Precisely. And people don't understand this. And if you know this and you can reverse engineer this comeback in your future game, is going to be fucking awesome. Personally, in the heat of the moment, I probably wouldn't understand either. That's true. He shouted at my teammates this game, same performance all around. No flaming, no spamming, just gaming. Exactly. As soon as one of them stops believing and doesn't contribute to the game, they instantly lose. Because Gragas didn't give up, he continued and he stole. Fiora didn't give up with 0-20. She deserves a lot of credit. She entered the game horribly. She continued split pushing. His entire team played well. They got a lot of money, they continued playing. Dying isn't the biggest problem, being useless is the problem. And how do you become useless? By perma-typing and going AFK. Exactly. The tide is turning, chat. We're winning the fucking fight. And this is why people are sending me this this Reddit post. Because this is hitting front page with 3K. A lot of people are like understanding that this is actually, like, people feel it in the hearts that the game is rotten. They want to fix it. They want to adopt this mentality. And the tide is slowly turning because generally speaking, most people are just, they're so lost within their ego and defending it that they don't want to play the game. This is phenomenal. I'm so glad. Never seen a moose. I'm so glad he posted this. Oh wait, I just realized. Never Seen a Moose is the guy who literally sent me this thread. I thought it was like a random person sending me the thread. It was actually him. Never Seen a Moose. It's the OP, the original poster of the thing. Not sure if you've already seen this, but figured it might make you proud. It's very refreshing to have positive streamers like yourself in the scene and genuinely appreciate it. It's crazy. What? That's so cool, man. For such a small community, we do have a little bit of an influence on the game and a voice. And we are getting to people. That's so insane, man. Okay, so we have another episode in the LosersQ saga. Matt Leung Harrison, otherwise known as Riot Froxon, has made another tweet. This time not in some obscure boondocks of a thread. He actually posted this as a real post, as a big explanation. I don't know what's going on. Like, I really don't know what's going on. Why is he so concerned about this? I don't know. I feel like we're having a little bit of an impact. Maybe he hasn't seen any of my stuff or any of my comments that I post underneath. But, like, the fact that we're bringing this up to attention and confronting a lot of people who are actually talking about this puts this in the forefront where he feels obligated to actually respond, which is fucking phenomenal. Having the Riot lead talk about LosersQ is incredible. LosersQ does not exist. We're not intentionally putting bad players on your team to make you lose more. Even if we assume that premise, wouldn't we want to give you good players so you stop losing? For ranked, we match you on your rating and that's all. Once again, he's reaffirming this, okay? So you have rating, that's it. If you won a lot and start losing, it's because you're playing against better players and aren't at that level anymore. This is precisely the same argumentation that I've written and that I've shouted about for years in different shorts. And I've gotten so much heat for it. It's not because we match you with all the inters and put all the smurfs on the enemy team, right? right? That's absolutely absurd. For 99.9% of people reading this, even if you think you're playing perfectly and post a good KDA screenshot, he's going so aggressive. I don't even go this aggressive. He's very aggressive. He clearly finds like this annoying, this whole like conspiracy theory. With the rest of your team in think, I promise that if a good player reviews your games, there's hundreds of things that you could have done differently that could have changed the trajectory of the game. That's so insane, man. He's basically calling out people like to just focus on themselves in a very aggressive way. Sure, there are games where your teammates play poorly. That's just nature of 5v5 game. Exactly. In the long run, you're the only common factor and the only one responsible for your rating is you. If you look at it, if you took an unwinnable game and played with any challenger in your spot, it probably resulted of it. Holy shit, he's cooking. Good non-giving up attitude. I just hope they tie into this and say, we are now removing the 4-1 surrender. That's like the most absolutely base thing you could do after this is they, upon further reviewing the game, because now I'm like, this might sound like tooting my own horn, but I've said this is going to happen. I've said this is going to happen if you permit a very early surrender vote without the majority, without like the absolute 5 people agreeing on the surrender. And I said this is a mistake because it's gonna fester and cultivate this culture of giving up mentality. Like you can, let's take this to an extreme. Let's say you allow 5 minutes surrender vote at like 3-2 or like, yeah, let's keep 3-2. You allow 5 minutes surrender vote at 3-2. Is that gonna harm the game in the long term? Of course, because people are gonna only play for the first 5 minutes and that's it. Because even if that percentage of games surrendered at 5, maybe 20%, is not super high, people are going to be constantly thinking about that. So they're going to play for the first 5 minutes. After 5, they will not try. And guess what? The percentage of comebacks will go down. Okay? So the same thing happened when you moved it from 20 minutes 4-1 surrender to 15 minutes 4-1 surrender. You absolutely killed those 5 minutes of gameplay. Now, nobody plays post 15. If you have a comp that spikes at 20 minutes, because Baron spawns at 20 minutes, the third dragon generally spawns around 20 minutes. There's a lot of things that can change. Generally, sometimes teamfights don't even happen until 20 minutes. A lot of games will not get a chance to be played and they will be lost immediately. They will severely drop the percentage of games that are made that are turned into comebacks. You just have to look at this reasonably and think about what's going to happen in the long term. And what's happening right now is the critical mass of surrenders that I absolutely predicted and I talked about, and I think we should push it back to 20 minutes. Okay, good non-giving up attitude. See the top on the top post on the Reddit page. He even followed the Reddit page we just reviewed. That's so awesome. And that Reddit, oh my god, yo. Okay. Grow, investing in good coach, asking reputable people for advice will make your relationship with league a lot better. There are 5 potential giver uppers on the enemy team and only 4 yours. He's doing my math thing as well. The 9 variables. Like shit. I mainly wanted to make this post because in the process of helping people debug their accounts, there's so many people who legitimately believe we're putting them in LosersQ, and it's driving me crazy. And there's a lot of actual streamers who are propagating this absolute ridiculous conspiracy, which is one of the posts I responded to from Naayil. We're going to check that right after. Some observations from coaching over the last 12 years. Most players play too conservative with the lead, playing on the edge to draw pressure and waste jungler's time. Exactly. People are too preoccupied about their KDA and they don't actually understand. That ties into the exact argument how Fiora at 0.15, 0.20 can be potentially useful because she's just playing as Fiora should because she's split pushing, right? In the same way, you being 5-0 can make you not play properly because you will be too afraid of actually dying and ruining your KDA that you will focus on just looking good. You're just looking good. Let's say you're playing football and you're just trying to make your scores look good. You don't shoot on the target. You don't shoot on the goal from far away. You only shoot from close up. So your percentage of hit goals per shot is closer. You don't pass your teammates, so you can maximize your own goals, essentially. But by doing so, your stats are good, but your team is suffering. For example, I think that's an example that applies to everyone except Americans. Playing for KDA can post creation doing well, team feeds, review every death. And 95% of deaths are avoidable. Holy shit, he's just copying my, like, everything. Dude, am I the same person with the Frog Zone? Have you ever seen us together? Find the root cause of why you're dying. Are you managing the wave incorrectly and not getting a ward out of common gang timing? Are you overcommitting to fights when they're respawning? Oh my god. Are you flipping it to crash silently the objective spawning? Play your unconditional identifying, disrupting theirs. Find which lanes are volatile and most likely to carry the game from either side. Prioritize resources there. If your top lane is swingy matchup and get them ahead, they're gonna create so much pressure. Like, if you believe in this sort of thing, like, you failed. I think they should ask you, like, when you rank up to master, do you believe in LosersQ? And if you say yes, it brings you back to Diamond 2. Azzapp, lol, is that your second account? Turns out all the common sense argumentation has finally been vindicated and confirmed by the Riot lead design. Earth appears to not be flat after careful consideration. Nice gaslighting. Nah, but this is hilarious, man. This is so perfect. God, League is turning. League is turning. We're fighting. We're fighting the good fight, and we're actually having some impact. Because you can find traces of our impact and this very, very tiny but positive community. The fight is not even close to over. The war is not even close to being over. Until we get the 20-minute FF pushed, like, I don't think we've made much progress. These are good confirmations from Riot Lead, but he has to back them up with actual actions and say, okay, now we're pushing it to 20, so you guys learn to actually play longer. I'm so happy. Okay, let's check the Naayil thread because it ties to this. I don't believe there's a literal system in place for LosersQ, but EOMM, which is engagement optimized matchmaking, is a real thing, and assuming its existence isn't a crazy theory. Except that it kinda is. It's not confirmed that it's in place, and in fact, Riot Lead is actually saying nothing like that exists. The amount of games that you have to win, well, it not exists, but it's not implemented in the league. It's not used. The amount of games that you have to win, lose, just way too high. People hate winning/losing before being able to actually play. Well, first of all, before being able to play, that is being hindered by a lot of people surrendering, okay? So this is partially culture fault because you guys are too fucking weak-minded and surrender all the fucking time. Secondly, people hate wins before they're actually being played. It's a nature of 5v5 game. Again, let's bring it to football. You have 11 players, where's 11? It's like one guy saying, I played well today, but I lost. That's their reality, okay? You don't carry a football game as 1/11th of a team. You can play flawlessly every single game and still get fucked. Well, the most popular Bosnian player knows Edin Dzeko because he plays in a shit-ass fucking team. Like when we play like National League, like when you play like Nations. You know, he's a great player, but he has generally shit team, shit leadership, and he's playing well, but he can't do shit. You're just 1/11th. Same thing happens in the league. It's just numbers. Like if you're playing games like Apex Legends, you're 3v3. Your impact is higher, and obviously you account for, based on your stats, you get a bit higher LP. If you play chess, it's 1v1. The more you constrict it, the more impact you have. I mean, you're just 1/10 of a game. Well, what are you expecting? To win every single game that you play well? That's just not going to happen. People are fundamentally bad at reading and understanding stats. Even if you win 5 games in a row, it's very possible, despite you being higher MR, that your team will perform worse than previous games, okay? You gotta picture a normal distribution of all the luck you can get in that elo, and the higher in elo you get, the normal distribution goes a little bit along with you. It's moving with you, right? But there's significant overlap, so your diamond teammates in this game, after you're winning 20 in a row, can perform, statistically speaking, worse than your emerald teammates you just surpassed. So you might be perceiving that, oh, now I'm getting shit teammates put with me, while enemies got better. That's just an anomaly statistically, but it does happen because it's not like you're gonna climb up insanely high immediately. I don't know how else to explain it. The higher you go, your impact gets constricted and lessened, okay? Obviously, the higher in elo you go, people are getting more condensed in the game knowledge, so the impact that you do is lessened because enemies are actually very good at subverting your impact. So there are two solutions to this. Either lower amount of players in the game. You play 3-man or play 1v1, then it's pure skill, then you will not notice this because then it's you. Or remove LP and have transparent elo, so it's self-evident how your games are matched. So people are going to lose all of this abstraction on top, and they're going to be like, oh, why am I getting 25% win rate player? Despite them being same elo like you. And the thing is, I fear even still, we would have severely delusional players who would do anything but blame themselves. Because I think this is just a epidemic of mentality, and this is still gonna happen even if you show elo. Even if you show elo, the conspiracy will live on, I guarantee you. Again, I guess we're speaking to people who are movable, to people who are sensible, and they just want to understand. They want to look at things. Yeah, why also I invoked Flat Earth earlier, basically, is because you just have to use Occam's razor. What's more likely? That there exists this hidden system that requires way more effort, that's somehow computing who are players who are gonna enter the next game, and even though they're exact same LP like you, or elo, and they're going to put them with you because they want to make you lose, while giving better players who are same exact elo on the other side. That makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. What's more likely, that thing, or just play the matchmaking as the matchmaking would be played, and it's gonna sort you out? Is that so much easier? There's no reason for them to do that. It's just, this is just the artifact of the solo queue matchmaking as it is, people being really bad at understanding how stats work. So eventually they just get punished by stats alone, and because they don't understand them, they don't understand that the fact that you can climb and play versus better players and still get worse players, statistically speaking. You might get unlucky a couple of games in a row and you get punished. It happens. People want to play 10 good games and be at their peak elo where they deserve. That's not how it works. The game is designed in mind that you're gonna play as many games as possible. And that's the real engagement maximization, because they want you to play a lot of games. They want to keep you engaged because people are addicted to the game and they want to climb. But you just cannot climb in a 5v5 game very rapidly. You just can't. It's gonna take you weeks, months to get to elo where you belong. And a lot of games. This is gonna be covered, I'm imagining, in the next rival video, and it's gonna be the topic for the next days to come. And I imagine a lot of big content creators are gonna weigh in on this. So this is my take, and I think we're making a positive effort and a real good movement. So just like Moose did, you guys should strive to make comebacks. And if you find very good comebacks, post them to Reddit, get the conversation started, and we should start advocating for pushing the surrender vote to 20. Because surrender at 15 on 4-1 is just nonsensical. Just remember the Yankees clip from a day ago.